Good morning, welcome back to Steph's Kitchen Adventures, and I'm going to make a potato salad, a potato and egg salad now. Quite economical, very nutritious, proteins, and special ingredient I want to mention actually is butyrate, and that is something which is created when potatoes, these cubed cooked potatoes, are cooked and then cooled down. When you cook potatoes and then cool them down, they develop what's known as a resistant starch called butyrate, and it's very good for the gut because this kind of starch arrives in the gut intact, and it makes amazing food for our gut bugs to feed on. So I'm starting off with diced potatoes, and I'm going to add 3 hard-boiled eggs, which are sliced here. Not going to be too particular where I put them at the moment. They're all going to be slightly smushed as time goes on. Then I'm going to add some capers. Got a jar of capers here. They're quite strong, salty little things, so you probably don't need to add too many, but I've got quite a lot of potatoes, so I think that's probably a good amount, maybe a tad more, because we don't mind a bit of salt with potatoes. Then I have chopped some vegetables to go with this, and here we have some parsley, radish, some Romanesco cabbage, cauliflower, and some carrot and cucumber. Sometimes I have great carrot in this situation, but I felt like little chunks today. I've got no red onion at the minute, otherwise I would add that. It's the last day before the veg box arrives, so I'm making use of what's left over in the fridge, because I don't like waste. I like to use everything, so just going to add handfuls of all of this to the potatoes and eggs, and then we'll have a think about what else we can add. I don't really mind not adding red onion to everything, but I do tend to add it to most things. I've occasionally used white onions as well recently because I've been favouring probably too much the red onions, which are great in summer salads, but whites have their merit as well. So putting that chopping board aside, we have now this mixture, which I'm going to add some lime juice. I had half a lime, half squeezed, left over, so I'm going to pour that in for a little lime kick to the mayonnaise. I've got a new jar of avocado mayonnaise, which I absolutely adore, and this is the Hunter Gather mayonnaise, which I also get from same place that the veg box comes from, which is Love Organic in Ringwood, which is associated with the timber shop, if you know it, and they do the most amazing veg and other things in boxes every week and deliver all the way to Bournemouth and all places in between, and they do an amazing job. Absolutely love them. So I've added some mayonnaise. I might need to add a bit more as we go along, but I'm going to think about some spices now. Having just rearranged my spice drawer, I want to make the most of this. I've got this wonderful little baby spoon, which is really useful when you want to get into jars of this sort. So I'm going to go first of all for some smoked paprika, and that is a good teaspoon of smoked paprika. Then I'm going to add some cayenne pepper, not too much. I have been a little scared of chili and cayenne. I'm starting to get the hang of it now and not be so scared of it. So I'm just going to take another teaspoon, go in there for a little bit, just a tiny bit of cayenne pepper. I hope that's not too much. So I'm going to add a little bit of, I've got some fresh parsley in there. I'm going to add a little bit of dried parsley as well, just a good measure. Also I've got some ground cumin. I've got this new plan, well it's not plan, it's in operation. I've now transferred all my spice jars to my pan drawers because I've got loads of spices and needed them handy. You've got to keep them away from the cooker because the heat will activate the spices, you know, when you don't want them to activate. So what I've done is I've used a pan drawer and I've put my tea towels and hand towels on one side between the cooker and the spices, so that hopefully they don't get heat activated when they don't need to be activated. So I've got some here ground cumin, which I'm going to add. It's probably about half a teaspoon, maybe a little more. Quite a fan of cumin. And I'm going to give this a stir and just see how we are off now for mayo and whether we need some more.